Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. I wanted to talk about just what you may be experiencing right now with all the energies going on, and just reassuring that whatever you may be going through is very normal, and there are ways to navigate what's going on so that you don't get pulled down into the energies. And this is especially if you're sensitive, you're going to be feeling more. And also if you are a star seed, meaning you came here in this human body, but you've probably always had this feeling that you don't quite belong, or you have a bigger purpose, or you're just kind of like, I don't know, eccentric in some way, and you have gifts that you've maybe not really tapped into. What's happening is a lot of the star seeds are being pushed and woken up right now to be able to start to connect to these parts of them. And it's all happening as it needs to, even though there's a lot of this negative kind of controlling, manipulative energy surrounding us, and a lot of fear mongering, and a lot of just a lot of anger and all kinds of emotions and things like that happening. So you may find that some days you are feeling completely relaxed and at ease, and you just feel like everything's going to be okay. And then some days you feel like, okay, what the hell? Like, is this ever going to end? So there's always going to be these days where you're going to feel good, and then you're going to feel like crap. And then you're going to feel good, and then you're going to feel like crap again. Because it's all part of this huge awakening that's happening. And you may even call them ascension symptoms. It's just there. It's happening to jolt us. And what's happening as well, like, people are waking up faster than they thought they could. So there's blasts of energy coming through that can create symptoms like ringing in the ears is one of them, and uh, generally just feeling like sleepy or tired, and it's maybe more than usual, agitation and irritation. And another one I'm finding is just not wanting, like not wanting to socialize much, being antisocial, but it's basically a way of conserving energy, because in a way you need to be careful who you're socializing with because of the energies that are shifting, and it's very tiring to go through this awakening and ascension process. So this ascension has a lot to do with, basically, we're breaking free of all these old belief systems and ways of being, even though there's this new world order trying to be put into place. Um, a lot of us are going to basically be able to stay out of that energetically. And even if we are part of this planet, our vibration will be so high that it'll be very almost impossible for that new world order to take over those consciousnesses. And there's going to be quite a few of us that get to that place of five-dimensional reality. And we are there already. We are there. It's just we're kind of lingering between both. So there is a lot going on, but we have this capacity because a lot of us have already realized who we are, and there's people in the realization process of who they are. And we are not just this physical body. So that is why a lot of us have felt most of our lives that we don't actually belong here. There are humans that are here who basically have contracted to just experience more of a human experience and go through the human bodily experience in a way where they the challenges are very like earthly human challenges versus the star seeds. We're we are actually experiencing more of the ascension challenges and trying to fit in and how to help everyone else ascend. And part of it is we need to actually release control, and just basically be the example of what that actually means. So when you're faced with all these energies and all these different symptoms and these different, when you hear something that's trying to be, put in place and dealing with that, and there's a lot going on. So the main thing is to remember that you need to keep on kind of looking forward and remembering to keep your vibration as high as you can. It doesn't mean, you're not going to dip down into these human emotions, and it's totally fine. Um, in fact, experiencing those emotions is actually important to be able to learn how to ascend even more, because the emotions are kind of like a learning for us. They help us learn um, about the human experience and how to evolve ourselves so that we can kind of transcend and become, like, for example, using anger to push us and motivate us, using um, worry as well to plan and make things happen. So it's like you're using these emotions to your benefit, using depression to rest and like allow your body to just take a break and allow yourself to basically reset, because we do need to have this experience. It's not that we need to reject it and just say, okay, I'd like to be abducted now, like get me out of here. It's just like, so that would be I don't know if everyone would like that. I'm kind of thinking that would be kind of cool, get out of here for a while. But part of our reason we came here was to experience this human, you know, this human body and the emotions and all the stresses that come with it. And if you think about it, like, this life is not that long and we're just here to have an experience. Everything that is happening is not necessarily bad. We can label it that way, though. We can see it as bad, and everything is controlling us, and everything's trying to, all the reptilian and those satanic energies and all the stuff going on. Yes, it's been historical mass control, and they're not a huge portion of the population either. So we need to realize that we are just here to clear some karma, to evolve, to come back to who we are, to learn, and to start to bring our powers back and remember what we're capable of. And it's a lot more than this physical body. So we all have intuitive capacities. We're all to some level clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. We have all these extra senses that we can use to foresee things, to communicate, to heal, to protect. Like, we can actually overpower a lot of the stuff that's going on. But it's surrendering, and almost, it's like we are letting go of the physical 3D reality, and we're just giving ourselves space to understand, what does this actually mean? A lot of people are very attached to their physical body, and they may never understand this. So becoming non-attached to the physical, to your surroundings, to people, becoming non-attached to everything that you have, and just becoming empty, and like, not in a bad way, just empty in terms of like, all you can see is pure essence and yourself. And what does that look like? who are you really? And is all of this worth stressing over? Or can you come into a place of trust and inner power to know that, oh, wait, yeah, I'm way more than that. You know, there's so many people afraid of the government and the rules and all that and all the stuff happening. It's like, but is it really worth being afraid of? Or can you stay in this ascended place? A lot of people already understand what this means, but I'm just trying to help you understand that, like, this is real. This is real. And it's not worth being afraid over. But some people are here to experience just a pure human experience and get the lessons just being a human. And that's it. But if you're listening to this, most likely you are also more of an evolved soul and you need to start getting your power back and discovering more and more of what that means. So going through all these waves of sadness, anger, despair, grief, joy, peace, like every day's different, right? It's just part of what's going on, and it's all on purpose. Like, it's completely on purpose. There's no mistake. It's interesting because the more I separate myself from like the actual physical, like if I were to watch the news and just go into that world for a little bit, I'm non-attached. Like, I just watch it and I'm like, wow, this is so interesting. It's like I'm watching like a game show or something, and I'm just like, let's see what's gonna happen next. You could see it that way, you know, like a game. Like I've said in another video, other videos, multiple. You're just watching the, you know, who's doing the next move. Your move though is to keep on becoming more you. So you have to completely release these physical obligations, what you think you are, you know, the roles that you have, mother, father, daughter, son, sister, brother, that job, this job, cousin, whatever. This illness, that illness, every single label has to be completely dropped so you can see clearly and discover the truth and realize that all of that stuff is illusion. It's an illusion. But they want you to think it's real so you can live in fear, and that's how you're controlled. So I'm just challenging you to break free of that and trust that every single symptom you're having, whether emotional or physical, is all part of this process. And just, you know, thank your body, say, thank you for showing me. It's all good. It's not forever. I'm just going through some changes, and it's temporary. But it's, you know, you need to have a lot of compassion for yourself. Don't be hard on yourself if you feel like you were doing so well and you were like, yeah, okay, I'm feeling so much better, and, you know, I'm not letting this affect me anymore, and then you get drained back down into it. It's okay. It's just part of the process of experiencing this 3D reality. And as you ascend, those things are going to come up because we're clearing the old stuff. So I personally know that that's happened for me. A lot of my old belief systems have been pretty much shattered in a good way in the last few months. And that's what needs to happen. It's a clearing of the old garbage. So if you feel a lot of your stuff has come up to the surface, your old addictions, your triggers, your everything that you haven't been able to resolve for a long time is now coming to the surface because you're ready to resolve it. That's pretty much what's happening, because it's time. It's time to break free of all that and get the lessons and move on and become more you. That's all. So this is very normal. I just wanted to basically verify that for everybody. Okay? So hang in there, and it'll all work out. It's all going to work out. Whoever needs to be wherever they need to be, they will be there. It's like planned. Yeah. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon.